in early 1840, Texas seemed once again to be tumbling toward war. Issues remained unsettled with the native peoples of Texas even after the Battle of the Neches, but there were hopeful signs of a lasting peace. A fight near present-day Temple convinced the Comanches that an agreement with the Texans, especially one that limited settlers' encroachments onto their traditional range, would be better than constant strife. Besides, the Numina, as they called themselves, had shifted their raiding focus to Mexico and were ravaging the frontiers of Coahuila, Nuevo Leon, Tamaulipas, and Chihuahua. Texans and Comanches now had a common foe, so perhaps there should be peace with each other. On March 19th, a delegation of nearly 100 Comanches rode to San Antonio de Bexar, as the town was commonly known by now, and met with officials of the Republic of Texas. Misunderstandings and old resentments boiled over, and a gun battle erupted in the main plaza of the town in what came to be known as the Council House Fight. When the smoke cleared, dozens of Indians and Texans lay dead or wounded. The surviving Comanches considered this a huge betrayal and swore vengeance. War followed. That summer, more than 700 Comanche raiders gathered on the high plains of West Texas, rode to the headwaters of the Guadalupe River, and followed it to the Gulf of Mexico, sacking Victoria and Linville along the way. Loaded with plunder, the Comanches headed home. But on August 11th, Texan militia, Tonkawa Indians, Rangers, and regulars intercepted them at Plum Creek near the present-day town of Lockhart and dispersed the Comanche army and inflicted casualties. That autumn, Colonel John Henry Moore launched a campaign to the upper Colorado River and overran some Comanche villages, destroying Indian homes and capturing horses while killing several warriors and their women and children. Exhausted by war, ravaged by disease that were spreading among their people, and still focused on Mexico, the Comanches once again made peace with the Texans. Meanwhile, Mexico continued to burn. That same year, the region of Yucatan declared its independence from Mexico, and Texas immediately allied itself with these rebels. Closer to home, the creation of the Republic of the Rio Grande in Laredo attracted more adventurers from Texas and northern Mexico, as well as displaced Caddo and Cherokees. The rebel army swept down the Rio Grande to Matamoros, but could not take that town. Instead, they shifted toward Monterey. When a large portion of the command defected to the Centralists, its leadership fled, or switched sides. General Canales became an officer in the government forces, and Jose Carvajal made peace with the government as well. Colonel Antonio Zapata, a gifted cavalryman, refused to betray the Federalist cause. Government soldados captured and executed him at Monclova. Texan adventurers fled back across the Rio Grande, their trust in Mexican promises shattered. Meanwhile, General Jose Urrea returned from exile and led a rebellion in the streets of Mexico City to overthrow the centralist government. Valentin Gomez Farias returned from exile in New Orleans and helped lead the revolt. When Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna raised an army to retake the national capital, the rebels surrendered in exchange for their lives. With Mexico again in turmoil, President Lamar decided the time was right for his next scheme.